Hello friends, this video on nuclei part 17 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 16 before going ahead with part 17. So with this we conclude our topic on radioactive decay. So now we will talk about a very important topic and the last topic of this lesson, that is nuclear energy. So we will see how do we derive energy from a nucleus and how is that energy made useful for our practical purposes. So what is nuclear energy? It is the energy obtained from the nucleus in two different ways. In one way, we can break a heavy nucleus into two relatively lighter nuclei, whereby a large amount of energy is released, or by combining two lighter nuclei to form a heavier nucleus. So in both of these processes, a large amount of energy is released. If you remember in one of our previous slides when we were talking about the binding energy per nucleon, so we saw that there was a graph which was plotted for binding energy per nucleon versus the mass number of the element. So what did we see there? We saw that for nuclei with very high mass numbers, for such nuclei they are relatively unstable, and therefore in order to become stable they split into relatively lighter nuclei. So that phenomenon is what is referred here, and we saw there that a large amount of energy was also released. So the same thing is happening here, and this is known as fission. So we introduced it in that slide itself, right? And the other one is the scenario where the mass number is very less. So in that case also we saw that the value of binding energy was very less. So again, when your binding energy is less, that means you need smaller amount of energy to separate the nucleons from each other. That means the nucleus is relatively less stable. So again, there also, in order to become little more stable, the lighter nuclei combine with each other to form a heavier nucleus. In this process also a large amount of energy is released, and this process is known as fusion. Fusion means, the term fusion itself means mixing of two things, mixing of different things rather. So when two nuclei mix together, that is fusion. Similarly, fission means something breaking up. When a heavier nuclei breaks into lighter nuclei, that is called fission. So now in this last half of the lesson, we will talk about nuclear fission, nuclear fusion, and we will see how a large amount of energy is released in both of these processes, and we will see some of the important practical applications of fission and fusion. Now, why are we studying nuclear energy? I mean, how does it actually help us? This nuclear energy has now become a possible solution to the energy crisis of the world. That's because of the nuclear reactors which are there, which produce huge amount of nuclear energy which can be utilized for many practical purposes. For example, we can harness electricity out of this nuclear energy. So there are many advantages as well as some of the disadvantages as well of this nuclear energy. So we will discuss all of them in detail as we go ahead. So to start with, we will first discuss these two processes which leads to the formation of nuclear energy, that is nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. So first let us quickly discuss the process of fission and fusion. So here I have represented the definitions of nuclear fission and nuclear fusion diagrammatically. As I mentioned before, fission means breaking up of a heavy nuclei. So here if you see, this is a heavy nuclei, it gradually breaks up into two lighter nuclei, and during this process a large amount of energy is also released. Whereas when I talk about fusion, if you see here, there are two hydrogen atoms. So these two combine together to form this heavy hydrogen, that is deuterium. Again, this deuterium combines with another hydrogen and they form helium-3. Again, this helium-3 combines with another helium-3 and then they form helium. Right? So this is how lighter nuclei join together to form heavier nuclei, and throughout this process, whenever each fusion takes place, a huge amount of energy is released side by side. Now, this energy which is released is the nuclear energy which is actually made useful for various practical purposes. This nuclear energy, one of the most important application is the generation of electricity. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.